First tonight, how does Alvin Bragg get out of this? And by this, I specifically mean breaking 250 years of American tradition, indicting a former president, and then potentially losing a very public and thus embarrassing trial. And to add to that, even Democrats who hate Donald Trump don't fully support this indictment. It is very difficult to find anybody who thinks that this is actually a good idea, that indicting former President Trump on this case in New York is a good idea. So how does the Manhattan District Attorney not indict Trump and still save his political pride? That's not me saying it. That's not Republicans saying it. But rather, it's warnings from the legal analysts and commentators at CNN.
It's easy to prove the paper crime if the person's name is on the paper. But what I'd be shocked if the paperwork showed is a direct link to Donald Trump.
Porn star payoff 7 years ago, somehow tied to the election, but not really. It doesn't seem like the right way to go.
It is impossible to find someone who is more critical of Donald Trump and has been over the past decade than Van Jones. You can imagine that Van Jones would love nothing more than measuring Donald Trump personally for his orange jumpsuit. You can imagine Van Jones would love to take the mugshot himself. But even he knows, Van Jones knows, the only thing worse than indicting and arresting a former president is doing it and then a jury coming back and saying not guilty, which, as you heard, Democrats think is a very real possibility. Ever since he rode down the golden escalator, Democrats have wanted nothing more than to get Mr. Trump. We had the grabber by the you-know-what tape, Russian collusion, the Steele dossier, impeachment 1, impeachment 2, a dozen other smaller scandals in between. Nothing worked. But here is the deal. Democrats know you get one shot to indict Trump. If you lose at trial, suddenly all the other investigations look like jokes. You know the saying. If you're going to shoot the king, you have to kill him. An acquittal simply emboldens Donald Trump and discredits the Georgia investigation and the Department of Justice Special Counsel investigation. So, at the 11th hour, literally, maybe even the 11th hour and 59 minute, how does Alvin Bragg not indict Trump? Not because he loves Trump, but because he loves his own political future more. And Democrats, especially Democratic donors, actually want to get Trump, and they don't believe this is the case. Few guests know more about indicting people in New York City than Michael Disciorarro, longtime assistant district attorney there, now a criminal defense lawyer. Michael, it's good to see you. If Bragg wants an off-ramp, does he have one?
Sure. I mean, traditionally, the grand jury's been used for a few things. The grand jury allows you to say, look, the grand jury didn't indict him. And we tried, but the grand jury said no. His next off-ramp is the jury himself. He could say, we put our case and the jury didn't buy it. Or a judge could dismiss these charges on a motion because, from what I've gathered, this is what's called a novel legal theory. Be aware when prosecutors are using novel legal theories, it means their case is already starting to be in trouble.
You've indicted a lot of folks. You've been before a lot of grand juries. The star witness for the prosecutions, Michael Cohen, the president's former lawyer, fixer who went to jail. The rebuttal witness, if you will, on the other side, is Cohen's former lawyer, Costello, who came out and said this yesterday. Take a listen.
And he'd just suddenly stop in the middle of talking about something, point at us, and he'd say, I want you guys to know, I will do whatever the F it takes. I will never spend one day in jail. He must have said that close to 20 times. This was his mantra all day long. You think a guy whose mindset right at that moment is, I'll lie, cheat, steal, shoot somebody, whatever it takes, I'm not going to jail. Well, he went to jail, and now he's on the revenge tour. I understand it, but I don't condone it.
Forget sort of the circus atmosphere from this. If he says that in front of the grand jury about the prosecution's star witness, there's the old saying that you can get a grand jury to indict a ham sandwich. On the flip side, as a prosecutor, you also get a grand jury not to indict the ham sandwich.
Sure. Look, I've been in front of hundreds of grand juries as a prosecutor, right? There's ways to indict a case. There's ways not to indict a case.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.